early years, philosophical re-education intended no less than to change the soul and enthusiasm of individuals. Its goal was to turn confused children of the city into adult cosmopolitans, inner barbarians into civilized inhabitants of the empire, intoxicated opinion holders into thoughtful lovers of knowledge, doleful slaves to the passions into cheerful individuals in control of themselves.
The Greeks talk about the barbaric to civilized. Where does the civilization comes from? Now, all of a sudden, why in our ancestral land, why we begin to talk about the barbaric versus civilized? Compare that with the Chinese, the parallel time. And think about, let's say if we put Plato and Confucius, more or less contemporary, what Confucius was doing. He was telling his people that we lost our tradition. We lost our rituals. What that means is order. We lost our orders. We have to recover our orders. Orders from the Zhou dynasty, which was a few hundred years earlier. The Chinese are not looking forward to something foreign, something unknown. No matter how much we're trying to skillfully masking and cover up here, in the Greek tradition. And we're looking something new. And we're very clear that the new thing was not from our past. We're talking about this new way, imperial state. So where did that come from? Compare that to the Confucius, and he was talking about the old Zhou dynasty. There were very specific rules and terms and setups. Everything has to be following that. We're not going to invent anything less. We're going to borrow that from somebody else. But the Greek here talking about is we are going to implement something into our current life. You have a very essential, very serious issue to concern, which is the word logos. So logos is forever the most important concept of Western civilization, originating in Greece. So logos. Normally we just think logos is some kind of ideal concept about the final truth, ultimate truth. We even say it's like the Chinese Tao. That's misleading because it's not like the Chinese Tao. One definition in the logos is to gather, to collect. Think about it. Logos, the essential Greek idea. We wrapped up this beautiful concept underneath is what? It's to gather, to collect. You go to the woods, gather firewood. You go to your orchard, gather fruits. And you go to a market, you gather slaves. It's all the same. That's part of the most essential concept in the Greek idea of logos. You follow the most profound philosophical concept of a Greek. Whatever they do next, it will be making perfect sense. So you gather. So you gather Persian, you gather neighbor country, whoever gets the best, I'll bring the back. We change ourselves into that. That Greek tradition has been carried on for white European people for many centuries. Think about the whole idea of colonialism. So what is that? Go out, you gather. We collect. We gather. That's our tradition. That's how things are.